Now let's start entering some text. I'm going to click right here into B1 and type the number 1 and hit enter, and that has put that number in that cell and moved me to the cell below. If I had typed the number 1 and hit tab, it would have accepted that entry into B1 and then moved me across to C. Let me introduce you to our friend fill. Fill is a function that allows you to really rapidly copy information from one cell to lots of others. So if I want to copy the number 1, I'm going to type a 1 and I'm going to highlight that cell and I'm going to come and hover right on the bottom right corner. Do you see how my cursor is changing from a white cross to a black cross? That black cross is indicating that that is a different function, that is fill. It's F-I-L-L, fill, not P-H-I-L. I click and hold and drag down, and I am copying that information. I'm filling that series down. And so we now see a whole column of 1s. So that's just filling, copying that same information. But Excel can also recognize a huge number of patterns. So the word, no, not the word Monday, but the word Monday is a part of a pattern, and Excel knows that. So I have typed that word, I click on to select the cell, I come to the bottom right corner, and this time I'm going to fill it across, and you can see that Excel is telling me what is going to be put in those cells, and I can fill that entire series very rapidly across those cells. Oh, it's going to imitate the formatting. So if I abbreviated Monday, it will abbreviate. If I wrote Monday in all caps, it will copy that formatting. And you don't have to start with Monday. You can start with any day of the week. Excel loves numbers mostly, and it can certainly count. It didn't count when we just did the 1s. It just copied 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, because, well, you didn't give it enough information. You didn't tell it what to count by. So if you want it to count, we need to specify with 2 instances what we're going to count by. So if I put a 0 here and a 5 here, so I've got a 0 in B3 and a 5 in B4. I'm going to then highlight them both, click and drag to highlight them both. I'm going to come and hover over the bottom right corner and get fill, and I'm going to click and drag down, and we should now be counting by 5s. Why don't you practice what you know now? So type group 1 in one of your cells, grab fill and fill down or fill across, and see if fill recognizes group 1 as a series and makes your headers group 2, 3, 4, etc.